Okay, Mani, before going to start this session, just would you like to share your profile a bit, your experience and all?
Basically, I'm a SAP WMFS consultant. So I have almost 9 years experience in SAP. So currently working in... Hello?
Okay. Yeah, please carry on,
Yes.
Mani.
Yeah, currently working a project in Japan. It's an implementation project, rollout project. So it's a apparel company.
Okay. So since 9 years, are you working with WM only, warehouse management itself, or some other modules, MMSD?
No, my main area is purchasing and inventory management. So WM, I work only for 2 projects.
Okay. So currently, are you working with WM project or some other project? I mean,
No,
WM role or some other role?
not MM role.
MM role. Fine. So, but you have good experience and good knowledge in warehouse management, right?
Yes.
Fine. Fine,
Currently, in my current project, we have a EWM, so we are implementing EWM also.
Oh, fine. Do you have any idea about the scope of EWM project?
Not much. I was not part of the EWM side, but I have a lot of integration point of. I was involved on the lot of transactional data on the EWM side.
Transactional data and EWM side also for implementation.
Yeah, it's implementation. Yes.
I think you are doing testing. I think.
Yeah, a lot of testing. Yes.
So that implementation is almost completed right now in your UAT or integration testing process, I think.
So we following agile methodology. We are following agile methodology, so there is no kind of like it's far different. You know, every month we move the things to production.
Is it okay? So
can you share your
knowledge on WM, EWM also right now?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
How far are you comfortable for EWM?
Comfortable in the sense, just on the goods, the inbound process, I know a little bit, not on the outbound area. Then on the warehouse side, the MFS kind of things, I don't know. So I would like to get some knowledge on that area.
Okay. What about customizations? I mean,
no, not much, because we don't have a sandbox on EWM, so I haven't played on the customization, but just watched all the configuration on the current development system.
Okay, just you gone through that, but not implemented, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about interfaces? Interfaces are you using a 7.2 version or 9.2 version?
9.1.
9.1.
Yeah.
Okay. If you remember, so far how many processes have completed? I mean, your project, I mean to say, inbound.
You mean in MM or?
No, EWM.
EWM, it's a big separate team. Now we have a 15 consultants on the EWM side.
Great.
Yeah, it's a bigger automated, fully automated warehouse. It's a big scope on the EWM, and I gain around more than 40-50% of customization on top of that. So it's a very complex project, complex requirements, and I have only involved in some GR process, the inbound side. That's it.
Okay. Fine, Mani. Then, so you know everything about. Sure. Mani, this is Shiva. Around 17 years of experience overall.
Okay.
in this 9 years experience from SAP. That is only WM. WM
Okay.
means WM modules.
Yep.
So I worked on as of now Lean WM
Yeah.
and centralized warehouse management, decentralized warehouse management, TRM, and EWM. Ad management, and so on. Actually, I have total 9 years experience in SAP itself is only warehouse management.
Okay.
Apart
Good.
from that, whatever I have 8 years experience in domain, that is also warehouse management. So I was there as a warehouse manager for phonographers. Okay, so total my career gone through or going through warehouse management itself only. That is my experience. Certified consultant supporting 2 projects for extended warehouse management now. So that's a bit about me.
So EW, how long you have been in EW?
Just 2 years.
Okay.
EWM is just for 2 years, not much. Okay, what is your expectations for this course?
Expectation on it's mainly on the configuration. Go through all the configuration, and you know adapt the processes. There are a lot of difference from normal SAP EWM and EWM side. So get more on the EWM processes, and you know more functionalities are there. So that's what, you know, basically configuration and the customization side.
So, perfect. Right. So as you are experienced MMWM consultant, I think it is not required to explain about introduction about SAP, EWM, EWM, and so on.
No,
You know the difference between
no,
WM
no.
and EWM also, and I think you know
Yeah,
all these modules also: lean warehouse management, centralized ad management, DWM, TRM, and so on. All
yeah,
these things,
yes.
and I think it is not required to say much about difference between WM
Yeah,
and EWM also, because you are lively, you are watching the same. Okay.
yeah.
So for demo, what I do, okay, I show the process or else configs in system itself. That will be the best.
Okay. So currently, are you in a project or you're just a freelance consultant?
No, no, I'm working with IBM, so
Oh,
it's a full-time job. It's not
full
freelance.
time. Okay.
Just now I have started system, so it's a bit slow. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. While config speaks, what we have to do here, money. So
Yes.
from ERP side, what we require from ERP side. So we are not going to define company code and so on. All those things we are not going to define. So actually we have to concentrate more on EWM, extended warehouse management. So whatever required configs in ERP that we are going to capture, that's like we start from plant, storage location,
Yep.
and warehouse. I think you know warehouse just we have to define. We should not maintain any control parameters for warehouse management in ERP itself. Okay,
Yeah.
just we have to assign warehouse from ERP to external warehouse management from SCM. Okay,
Yeah.
so that we have to do, and then these are ERP configs. And then we have to work on EWM configs.
Okay.
Okay, from EWM we have to, so that is absolutely from scratch to 100% we have to work on for EWM. Okay, and here in our procedure we are going to do configs process wise instead of configuring everything. So what we do usually in any implementation project, we have to configure everything, then we have to go for a testing or process. Whereas in our training class, what we do, so we do configs only for scenario wise. That means suppose we are doing inbound delivery, so we do configurations only for inbound delivery. Then if you go for outbound delivery, we do configurations for outbound delivery. If you are going to do a physical inventory process, then we do configurations for physical inventory. If you are going to check MFS, then we will check, then we complete the configs for MFS and so on. And you know, here inbound delivery or outbound delivery, there are two, that is simple inbound as well as complex inbound, right? So both are different process. Of course, the physically it is the same for system wise as per the business requirement or business demand. We have to configure this in different levels, simple and complex. Similarly, outbound also, simple outbound and complex. I think you know the difference between these two, complex and simple. Do you
From
have idea of
ERP
this?
point,
No,
from
no, not
ERP
in
point
ERP.
of view, yeah. Okay,
We
yeah.
are
Since that,
discussing about EWM.
how yes, how EWM will handle the simple good GR and the process
Complex
oriented
GR.
layer.
Exactly. POSC. So complex means POSC. Exactly. Process oriented storage conditions. Okay.
Yep.
So to illustrate this one, actually, just I'm taking an example for inbound delivery only. What we do first, we have to create stepwise. Okay. At first step, we need a PO, and second step, we need inbound delivery. Okay.
Yeah.
So these two are part of ERP. Then with reference to inbound delivery notification IBN, with reference to this, we have to create inbound delivery again in EWM, right?
Yes.
Okay. So prior to this, what happens? So a lorry or truck or goods carrier, whatever it may be a goods train or something else. So that carrier reaches to our warehouse premises, that may be odd. Okay, that should be placed in a ad in a bay, or it's their own parking place which is allotted by SAP system or manually. And then that carrier should assign to the door. Okay, once that is happened, then we have to unload the material from carrier to GR area, right? So once that is completed, then we have to go for consolidation, deconsolidation. Okay, so
Yeah.
what we have to do first, unload, then decon, then material verification with reference to license plate or delivery chalana or ASN or inbound delivery, whatever it may be. So that is a material cross verification. I mean quantity and quality verification it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Then if everything is okay, then we'll create a material document. Then if it is required, we have to move this material to quality inspection.
Yep.
If any services are required, that is oiling, not oiling, if it is a packing or repacking as per our sales unit or warehouse unit, that is also. So such a way, as per business, we have to add so many physical activities. Each activity will become a task here. Okay, if you want to do unload, so we need some configs for unload to create a task. As well as for deconsolidation, if our client requires a deconsolidation activity in SAP, then we have to create a task too, and we need customizations for this, as well as the remaining one also. Okay, so this is a simple process. This is all called complex inbound process. If you capture more than one activity in EWM, then it is a complex process, or you can say POSC, process oriented storage condition. Right.
Yeah.
So what is simple
Yes.
inbound? If it is a simple inbound, as a centralized warehouse management, we pick material from GR area and place it in destination bin. This is in a simple inbound process, correct? So
Yes.
apart from this, if you want unload, then it will become a complex. If you want both unload and deconsolidation, yes, it will become a complex inbound process. If it is material verification also in this, or task number 3, that is also inbound process. If you want to move this to QI, yes, then it will be. And repack, yes. If any specific physical activities occurring at the time of inbound process, that means the moving stock from GR area to destination bin. So in this path, any specific activities are there that may be required to capture in SAP as demanded by the business, then also we can include in our inbound process. So all this will become complex inbound process. Okay. So if you know one or two tasks how to add in this process, the remaining also you can do it. The
Yeah.
similar way you can add it. So if you know how to add unload in complex process, if you know at least these two, unload and deconsolidation, then whatever business wants to add some other physical activity in inbound process, that is again the stock moving from GR area to destination bin. If they want to add any physical activity in between these two, yes, we can add it in the similar way. Okay, I show you. We are going to see different scenarios in inbound process in our course. Okay, and I already said the simple ways and the simple inbound GR process also. Okay, this is simple inbound process. Similarly, outbound also. Simple outbound and a complex outbound. If it is complex outbound, what are else physical activities are occurring at the time of goods movement in an outbound, that all we can add into the process. That means at first level, we have to pick the material from the bin. If palletization required at that time, yes, that we can do it. Or build pallet also we can do it. Or any value added services are required, yes, we can add it. If any labeling and relabeling are required in part of, yes, that is also we can add. As well as we have to place the material energy area. Of course, the unloading process also we have to take. As well as in this process, we always can assign this task to warehouse user, and we can capture the timings also, timestamps. So when
Okay.
it is going to be started or when it is started, how much time it has taken for each task I'm saying about. Okay, if business demands, we can add that one also. How much time it has taken and when it is completed or is going to be complete. So planning, optimization, and result, everything we can see at the time of process, or we can provide reports. Okay, so this is the way uh, in our process. Sorry, and here I think WM, I mean ERP configurations are not required to show you because you are experienced WM consultant. You know how to create the plant, storage, location, warehouse, everything.
Oh yeah.
And sorry.
Yes, that's fine. I don't need to go into the ERP side.
Uh-huh. I mean, in this demo class, of course, if your course
Yeah.
starts, then that starts from scratch only. I am saying
Yeah.
about the demo class for today's session. Okay, so all
Yes.
those things you know, and document types, where to create document types. Document types also we are required because document types need to be created in ERP as well as in EWM, and we have to map these two document types also. Okay, so when course is going on, then we see that one. And here, particularly in interfaces, how to maintain here. See, this is IMG screen, customization screen. So scroll down completely. So last but one node, open this. Here you can see all the interfaces. And here in extended warehouse management. So there are 5 steps. These 5 steps need to be complete to interface between ECC to EWM. Okay. This is most of this work related to basis consultant. Of course, if we know, that's good. If we don't know also, it's not a problem. So because
Yeah.
they will take care of this. Okay. So first name logical system. Just we have to identify which is our logical system. So however, in real time, we are not going to create any logical system as per our role. So
Yeah.
that's not us. So this is my logical system. This is the one. This is a freely definable screen and no specific details on this also. Just you have to give client name, I mean logical system and its name description. That's it. Okay. This is in ACC. And we have to assign this logical system to the client. So as I shown, 800. This is mine. Okay. You can take this one. If you double click on this, you can see the details of this. So client is 800 and so on, so on. My logical system, which I shown earlier, this is my logical system. So system wise, you have to maintain currency also, and role is customizing. You should always maintain automatic recording of changes and so on. Okay. So usually,
Okay.
this will be taken care of by basis consultant again. It's not our role.
Yes.
Okay. Specify SAP APO release. Actually, I'm using here 7.2 version. For this, I think for this, it is required 7.1 APO release. This should be maintained.
Okay.
Release 7.1 you have to take AHP1. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, it is not a part of our role. Set up RFC destination. We can maintain this above connections and check our. Actually, as this is a IDES system, so many members are maintained several configs on this. We have to select our own. There it is. This is not my. Oh, yep. So this is RFC destination from ERP. This is our IP system, and hostname we have to maintain. Login and security. This is status is initial, and so on. Even this also is not part of our role.
Yeah.
Okay. And see here, this is APO 890 system. Somehow, sometimes you can see if your system SCM system is configured through APO system. That means actually EWM is a part of SCM, supply chain unit management. Okay, SCM. Usually in SCM you can see APO also. Otherwise, you can say usually EWM goes through APO also. Okay, if it is so, then you have to check with APO client 890 also. So you have to see this one again. The description is easy to EWM, and you can see technical settings, and this is our IP address. This IP address is nothing but right click on this, click on properties. You can see here application server. This is the one. Okay, so this should be maintained in this place.
Okay.
Okay, so if it is a SCM system, go to properties and find application server. So there should be linkage whenever it is required. Okay, if you want to maintain IP address on this, you have to find there, or else the same, here it is. You can find like this also. Click on change, and you can see this server. Okay, you can see this in the properties. You can see this in the change mode also. Okay, such a way. Then back to this. This is not required to us, and set target systems also not required. And this is required. Basic settings for EWM linkage, particularly distribution model. Okay, so whenever we create master data in ERP, that should move from ERP to SCM. That is nothing but EWM. Okay, if you want to move that one, you have to do this transaction. That is a distribution model. Okay, so through this we have to do it. Okay, and the same you can see in another screen /o BD 64, and here you can see EWM linkage. Of course, this these descriptions and all maintained by basis consultant. Here I am showing EWM link. Maybe your consultant may change this description, and you can see here the linkage for everything. So if you want to do this outbound delivery, you have to maintain here, how to maintain filters and all, and you have to add your warehouse. So many warehouses are here added. Okay, so this is only added one. If you want to add one more warehouse on this, then go to change mode. And come to EWM linkage or client and go to this, double click on this, create filter, warehouse. If you want to add one more warehouse, just double click on any one of this, then you can add, insert. So which you are going to create a warehouse that should be maintained here. If you maintain here, then only that document which is created in ERP that can move to EWM. Otherwise that will not move. Okay.
So this
here
is ECC warehouse number, correct?
Yes, this is warehouse number.
Yeah.
Okay. Here if you see here, this is for outbound delivery, and this is a delivery quantity reduction, and you can see here duplication deliveries, maybe for inbound delivery and inbound delivery duplications, and so on. Whatever process you are going to do in the process in ERP or in our inventory management, all those processes you can see in this. All those documents or all this everything should be assigned to EWM. So if you maintain here, then only these documents can move from ERP to EWM. Okay. So that is a distribution model, and we can say linkage also.
Okay.
This is not required. Of course, additional material attributes is not required. So after completion of so many topics, then you can see into this. And finally, this is assignment of ERP warehouse management to ERP WM to decentralized WM. Okay, so right now we are using 9.1 version. Are using a decentralized warehouse management for EWM, or your EWM is within a box, an ERP box?
EWM is a separate box.
Separate box. If it is a separate box,
Yeah.
you have to customize this also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So suppose if you define an ACC 001, and you can maintain warehouse in EWM, maybe 0001. This is freely definable, and it accepts also. Before defining a warehouse in SM itself also, you can assign here. It will not stop us.
Okay.
Okay, this is a simple assignment between a warehouse which is you define in ERP to decentralized warehouse management. That means if your EWM is maintained in decentralized warehouse management system, like, then you have to assign here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is part of. So such a way you have to complete interfaces. Once interfaces are completed here, and EWM, where all structures are completed, then you can go for EWM.
Okay.
So that is a part of SCM system. So my client is 890 here.
Yeah.
So here an extended warehouse management. So you can maintain master data. So actually whatever we are maintaining all org levels in WM and ERP. The same you can see here also. So this is define warehouse numbers, assign warehouse numbers, and these are control parameters. You know that all. And number ranges. Define storage types. Whatever storage types you want that you can create. Storage sections. Here I have to add a point here. So in centralized warehouse management system, storage section definition is the compulsion. It is mandatory. Whereas in extended warehouse management, it is not mandatory.
Okay.
So without defining storage section, we can, storage section also we can continue. That means we can create bins at storage type level. Okay.
Okay.
So if business demands, you can create storage section. If business doesn't require, it is not required to create storage section. So many cases you can see in a storage type. So there will be a single storage section. So such kind of business, it is not required to create section at all in EWM. So it is not mandated in EWM. And define storage type groups. Suppose you know you are in AFS, right? So in AFS or retail project, you can see such kind of MC, merchandise categories. So all merchandise categories, if it is a group, so all those group of storage types can be grouped again here. Actually, this is not possible in WM, centralized warehouse management, but here we can do it. So all pants are there, all trousers are there. All trousers are maintained in 4 storage types. These 4 storage types can be grouped together.
Yeah.
Okay. All shirts are in 4 or 5 storage types. These are 4 or 5 storage types, we can group it. So it's like a material group, how you maintain the merchandise categories, how you maintain all those. Similarly, you can group storage types based on the materials, based on the functionalities, based on the logics, what it may be. If it requests, we can define it. Okay, and this is fine. And storage bins. Okay, so while coming to storage bins, what we have to add here. So storage bin, nothing much difference between ARP to EWM. Only the difference is field length. Actually, field length of a storage bin, particularly in centralized warehouse management, while you are using automatic bin creation by using LS10 transaction, the field length is 8 digits only. If you are going to define the same through LS01N, that is manual, then we can use 10 digits. Okay. Regarding your field length, so from the industry there is a much demand, so that SAP increase that field length of for this. So it is around 16 characters. Let me check once. I remember it is 16, but still let's check.
Yeah.
$18. Not 16, 18. Okay, so it is also increased, and bin characteristics, bin types, and everything is same. No difference between centralized warehouse management to this. It is the same. We cannot assume much on this. Okay, and the main difference between the regular ERP to EWM is usually all our process, whatever inventory movements and everything, that depends on movement types. Whereas for our extended warehouse management, there are no movement types. Okay, in place of movement types, we are going to define a warehouse process types here.
Okay.
difference between is all movement types are predefined in ERP,
Yeah.
whereas these are not predefined in EWM. So whatever you want, however you want, that you can design in this. So you can say EWM is like a white paper. Whatever design you want, that simply you can draw on the paper. So this is a more
Okay.
flexible, more useful to the client. What client is expecting, the same we can design in EWM.
Yeah.
So because of this WPTs, warehouse process types. Okay. Mm, so this is about the master data, and you can how to do. The staging areas are like interim storage types. Doors, of course, if you require, you can define doors also. Shipping and receive points, you know that activity areas is here. Uh, in our centralized warehouse management, activities are already predefined and all activities are it is allowed. Whereas in EWM, we have to define activities which are required in our warehouse management. Okay, so activities define activities you can see. So many activities are there. If you want, you can add them also. So these are right now standard which he provided. So what are all the activities? Cross-line put away, internal movement, physical inventory, stock removal, put away, replenishment, and posting changes. If business requires any activities than this, or if you imagine more than this, any activity, yes, you can define. You can go and define this one. Okay. However,
Yeah.
what are else activities you require that should maintain in this? If you do not maintain activity here, or if you are not defining this, then we cannot do that activity. And activities, these activities we have to maintain at the storage state level, that is called the activity areas, as well as the same activity we have to assign or we have to maintain at the bin level also. For example, the physical inventory, if I do not maintain physical inventory activity at for one bin, then we cannot do or we cannot perform physical inventory for the bin. Okay,
Okay.
so that controls are there. And for some storage types or activity areas or for few bins, if I do not maintain activity as a stock removal, I cannot pick cannot pick the material from that.
Okay.
Okay, so bin wise, the least configured area or least addressable area in warehouse management is bin. At the bin level, you can maintain activities in extended warehouse management. Okay.
Okay.
So, similarly, we have to maintain these activities in activity areas. Activity area, so which activity we are going to use in a particular warehouse. So, for particularly for interim storage types, so this example is easy to understand. Suppose we have 902 storage type that is only for goods receipt. So that
Yeah.
activity is only goods receipt for the storage type 902. Of course, it is interim storage type. Okay. For 916 is only for goods issue. Similarly, here the physical storage types also we can maintain that activity areas. So few storage types only for put away, a few for only stock removal, and few are on. So only are specifications or combinations, whatever it may be, that you can maintain. Okay. Ultimately, you can see that I'll show you. See, this bin I am going to use for picking and put away.
Okay.
Okay, so this should be maintained here. So this can be done through the transaction /n/ SAWM / SMBT, I think. No, check here. SBST. Yeah, here, bin sorting. So here we have to maintain which activity you want. So such a activities and activity areas should maintain specifically in our place. And the same you can see here also through path. This is the one.
Okay.
So create bin sorting. Okay. So activities and activity areas should can be maintained at bin level. Okay. So whatever activities you require that you have to maintain for that bin. Okay. So if you go back to SPRO again. Warehouse doors, shipping reviews areas, working centers. So if you are going to do this value-added services within work center,
Yeah.
so in master data that minimal is required. And for goods receipt process, I said as per the process we have to define so many things. So in goods receipt process we can maintain strategies for goods receipt. If you want to maintain goods issue, yes, here you can strategies we have to maintain here for goods issue. So this is the way, and cross process settings. Here we have to maintain warehouse process type. So first we have to define warehouse process type. So let's say our so these are called the warehouse process types.
Yeah.
Okay, and here you have to maintain process category. So what is process category? This is put away, removal, internal warehouse process, posting changes. Still, if you want to define something else, yes, we can define. And activities for put away for this process type 1010. So for my warehouse, this is not mandatory 1010. This is a freely definable. Whatever code you want that you can maintain, and so on. The remaining all you can maintain here. And this is a source storage type. So it is 9010. It is a interim storage type, and this is also interim storage bin. So that means once you receive the material, once created material document, a stock can appear in 9010 storage type and 9010 bin. Of course, you can write here GR area also. So whatever description you want that you can maintain here.
Okay.
Okay. And similarly, see, so many functionalities are there. While going in depth of process, you can use all these fields also, the remaining all fields. So depends on your business requirement. In such a way, you can do all the process and all configs in EWM. Okay. Of course, just I explained a point, not 1% or 0.5% to you, the project or course. So this is the way which you are going to do in our session, in our course. Now, Any specific questions, if you have, you can ask me. I'll try to explain.
So, yeah, a couple of questions related to cross-docking, value-added service, and labor management and MFS. Should you covering all these topics, or
Except labor management, the remaining three we are going to cover.
so MFS? How are you covering MFS?
MFS we are going to cover, but not convey related information.
Okay, okay, because we don't have a PLC, okay?
Yeah, we cannot do this in IDA system, right? So remaining MFS, what are mail recipients and all the information about all the process of warehouse management in EWM that we are going to check, and configs also shown for that.
Okay, so again, the RFID.
RFID is also not possible through IDA system. RF I am going to show you.
Okay, okay.
I think you know the difference between RF and RFID.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
are going to cover RF but not RFID.
But in EWM we use more on the scanner. We use on the standard scanner, correct? So it's a EWM inbuilt, correct? CPI.
EWM built, but I think it is not possible. RFIDs are not possible in our course.
No,
RF is
RFID is RF. Sorry, RF, not RFID. RF.
RF is okay. RF I show how to do in GUI.
Settings,
I'll show you.
configuration.
Yes,
Okay.
configuration even process will do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Scanners are
that's
not required.
yeah, labor management. Okay, fine. So that it's not a big deal. Again, the timings. What is timing? Actually, I'm in Japan now. Maybe 1 or 2 months I will be here. So mostly I'll be complete this project in July. So then I will go back to US. So I live in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know what your time is. You work on Indian time or any other European time, US time?
Actually, I'm working in Indian timings itself only.
Okay.
So are you expecting class on daily way or weekends?
Daily, the only problem daily, the Indian time morning, I cannot do that because we have a 3.5 hours difference in India and Japan. So currently in Indian time 7 o'clock means I'm already in office 10:30. So evening also even fine if the class end before 9, maximum 9. 9 means my 12:30 midnight.
Okay.
So that's only even I'm okay before if you can finish class before 9 o'clock Indian time or 9:30 is also fine.
Okay. So actually, daily basis classes already engaged with some other sessions.
Yeah.
Class are going on, and we cannot join in the class also because already 40% of class is completed. So currently we work for 3-4 weeks weekend classes, Saturdays and Sundays,
Okay.
at our convenient place, convenient time. Once some sessions are completed, I mean some other courses are completed, other classes are completed, then we can come to daily basis at our convenient time again. Right now I was busy morning 7 to 10 and as well as evening 7 to 10 also, as per Indian timings.
Evening 7 to 10 also. Okay.
Yes.
So you have another batch on 7 to 10, correct?
After 3 weeks, I'll be okay. Currently, after 3 weeks only. Right now, we can run weekend classes.
Okay. Weekend, what time? What is the best time in weekend?
Morning 9 is okay for you. I mean, now morning 9 means IST, Indian Standard Time, Indian timings.
Morning 9, I think. It's fine. It's not a problem.
9 means what's the time for you? Morning 9 means?
Morning 9 means my 12:30 afternoon. I don't have a problem. But if it's again a weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's again a weekend. Maybe I will engage with some other because we have a lot of friends here, so we'll go out or something. That's only problem. Okay, so
Okay.
Saturday and can we make Friday evening and Saturday, Friday and Saturday, or like that?
Okay. Okay.
Only
Fine.
for
No
only
problem.
for only for one next month. I'll be out from Japan on July 31st, so then I don't have any problems.
Okay. Fine. We'll plan
Yeah.
accordingly. No problem.
Yeah, even if you have,
I
even if you are going to start any other batch on within 2 or 3 weeks, then I will wait for that also. It's not a big deal for me. So you-
fine.
then you can join, combine with one or two people, that will be better for you.
Yes, yes, yes. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll plan accordingly all these timings and all. Okay, and
Okay.
Krishna will discuss on this time slots
Okay.
and all.